Hasan is once again banned on Twitch for 7 days. King of Reactions XQC and Asmongold, Los Polos, and Aiden Ross have reacted to the ban of Hasan. Not only that, but people are now pushing for a perma-ban of Hasan and giving other reasons for which he should have been banned long ago. So here's what actually happened. Hasan gets hit with his 7th Twitch ban, yes, 7th, after a rant where he once again blurs the line between political criticism and language that Twitch itself explicitly says cross the line.
Protesters, both anti-ICE and pro-Palestinian. This is another big suck my all the fucking Israel out there, you fucking rabid ultra-Zionist.
And this isn't some vague guideline buried in fine print. Twitch literally created a rule because of previous Hasan incidents outlining that certain terms can be used as stand-ins for attacking protected groups, and yet here we are again, same playbook, same language, same result.
You can run around going, oh my god, Israel first, Israel first. Why are you tying this back to Palestine? Because this is precisely fucking same shit. You Israel first monsters, dude. Jesus fucking Christ.
Funny how consequences always look like surprise when you pretend rules don't apply to you. It's like touching a hot stove 7 times and calling it oppression when your hand burns. Incredible. Now, the internet does what it always does. Clips circulate, people start pulling up receipts, and suddenly everyone remembers that Hasan has a very long history with Twitch bans, none of which ever seem to last long enough to matter.
How can you fucking say that when the first immigration action that the Trump administration took was literally try to deport anti-Israel protesters?
7 days, that's the magic number. Not permanent, not meaningful, just long enough for the headlines, short enough to be a paid vacation. And the funniest part, every single time, Hasan reacts like this is the end of his career, only to come back with more viewers, more donations, and more validation.
Trying to deport people for writing articles in their student newspaper against Israel, hurting Israel's feelings. And then they still act like this is not the identical situation.
At this point, the ban is just part of the content strategy. Other creators jump in immediately. Asmongold reacts, pointing out what everyone else is thinking. If this exact wording came from literally any other streamer, they'd be nuked off the platform before the chat even typed mod check.
Every single person that refuses to acknowledge that tries to disparage, that tries to fucking disparage people for calling this out, that tries to deflect attention away from this issue is a fucking monstrous liar.
Aiden Ross celebrates like his team just won a championship. XQC laughs, even Clean responds, bluntly stating that the rule was made because of Hasan and somehow still wasn't enough to stop this from happening again. And this is where the Twitch hypocrisy conversation really heats up, because it's no longer about one clip, it is about enforcement, or more accurately, the lack of it. Hasan then does what Hasan always does, takes it to Twitter and claims the ban proves that Twitch is right-wing, corrupt, and controlled by shadowy forces suppressing truth, which is wild because Twitch has protected him more than a medieval castle protects its king. 7 bans since 2019, 0 permanent consequences, and somehow he's the most oppressed man on the platform. Comedy writers couldn't script this level of irony. And then comes the best part. Instead of reflecting, apologizing, or even pretending to learn, Hasan goes live on YouTube and repeats the same behavior almost immediately. Same rhetoric, same framing, same refusal to acknowledge why the ban even happened. This isn't activism, this is entitlement wrapped in self-importance. And while Hasan frames himself as the #1 fighter against anti-Semitism, critics point out that you don't combat hate by flirting with language rules and then acting shocked when moderation finally kicks in. That's not courage, that's negligence. Meanwhile, people start bringing up older clips and incidents that never resulted in bans at all, statements that would have ended small creators instantly, interviews that crossed the line, violent rhetoric brushed off as content, and suddenly, the question isn't why Hasan was banned, it's why wasn't he banned sooner? Twitch claims neutrality, but neutrality collapses when enforcement is selective. Advertisers see through it, viewers see through it, everyone sees through it. Hasan continues framing himself as martyr, telling his audience that adults in media knows he's not hateful, that's only bad faith actors criticize him, and that he alone speaks truth to power. The Messiah arc is officially complete. All that's missing is background music and a slow zoom, but here's the problem. You don't get to call everyone else delusional while refusing to acknowledge your own pattern. 7 bans, same excuses, same outcome. At some point, accountability isn't censorship, it's overdue. So, where does this leave us? Hasan is temporarily banned, Twitch pretends this is meaningful action, drama channels eat well, and the cycle continues exactly as before. He'll be back, he'll have more viewers, he'll claim victory, and Twitch will once again prove that its rules are flexible. Watch this video next, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers.